Fonterra has become a beast that it was never intended to be, and it is strangling the diversity and flavour out of the marketplace with one hand and Kiwi consumers with the other. These are the arguments of Kaimai Cheese Company Executive Director Wyatt Creech, who has had to downscale his business and lay off staff due to what he says are the completely unworkable conditions players in the domestic dairy sector have to operate under.
This has been a hard industry to be in because it's a regulated industry. It was set up in 2001 as a regulated industry. Fonterra was never meant to be a dominant player in the New Zealand market. It was always meant to be a competitive market. I don't think it is at all. I mean, after having been in it for a while, I think that's just a dream. But Fonterra was supposed to be strong against the world, not against the New Zealand consumer. But we've ended up with a situation where they dominate this market.
Wyatt Creech says it is impossible for companies to function properly when they simply don't know how much their final milk bill from Fonterra is going to be. He says dairy companies will continue struggling until they can buy milk at a fixed price.
The system by which we have to pay for milk doesn't help because we're going to have to buy milk now to make into products and sell. And we could easily get another bill, a wash-up bill at the end of the season if it turns out that the milk price ends up being higher than what we would charge for at the time we purchased the milk. And this year that has cost us a very big sum of money because the milk price rise has been so dramatic.
It is up to the Commerce Commission to investigate these issues in any investigation into Fonterra and milk prices, Mr Creech says.
The other point I would make is that under the system that we have, the milk price now is set a different way than it was when we started the business up. And we don't think that's a fair way, because Fonterra now set the milk price itself. It used to be set by reference to the payout, but now they are entitled to set their own farm gate milk price. And I think that probably is a very unfair thing, because when the biggest player in the market sets the milk price, it charges others at without knowing what it pays for its own production. When you're competing with it at a retail level, it's a very difficult situation for any player to be in. But as I say, we're withdrawing from the business because it's commercially unrealistic to stay there. So New Zealanders are going to be deprived of these kinds of businesses if they don't change the system.
Mr Creech says that having to lay off staff and downscale the business was a horrible but necessary process to go through.
At the end of the day, if we want a competitive New Zealand dairy market with a lot of different variety and interesting and nice tasting, high quality products to choose from, then I think we have to allow more of this sort of industry to grow. Presently the system is doing the opposite, it's killing it off.
Benedict Collins, Country 99 TV.